Alright, what's up, everyone?
What's
Welcome back to the
What's
Jury.
Good?
Welcome back to the Jury. We got my boy JR here this week.
Yes, we do.
To cover this NFL. Wasn't here last week, but now we got him back. It is championship weekend. We've got the NFC Championship, AFC Championship. We're going to cover it. We're going to give our picks. We're going to state our positions. And then we're going to see what happens there. Just a quick overview. If you look up here in this corner, we're going to have JR's overall record. Last week he went 2-2. If you look up here, we have my overall record, and my record last week was 3-1. Both of our overall records now stand at 4-4, I believe. You went 2-2 both weekends. I went 1-3, then 3-1. So it's very tight. We've got 2 games tomorrow, and then obviously we've got the Super Bowl.
Yes, we do.
And so let's just get right into it. I think we can just get right into it.
I think so too.
All right, so the first game we got going this weekend at 12:05 on a beautiful Sunday, we've got the Green Bay Packers at the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to go ahead and start off with this game. I'm sticking with my boy, the man who turns water into wine, the cheeseheads. I'm sticking with the Packers this game for a couple of reasons. Atlanta is a fantastic football team. They've proved it all season long. They've proved it this postseason so far, crushing the Seattle Seahawks, even though I didn't think the Seattle Seahawks were that strong this year. Matt Ryan has been outstanding. Julio Jones has been outstanding once again. But for me, it really comes down to who I trust more in such a big game. And I really don't trust Matt Ryan yet. And I understand that he's had a phenomenal season. I've just seen Matt Ryan too many times, for me, screw up. I've seen him not show up for the big games. I've seen him lose in the postseason more than he's won. I don't like Matt Ryan in this game. I think he chokes. And I know that's not really basing it off of much, but that's just my instinct. I think Aaron Rodgers is untouchable right now. I think he's shredding any team that he goes up against. I like his tenacity on the road. I like his attitude, his calm attitude, saying he knew they were going to win the whole time. And I really like the Packers in this game. Who do you like in this game?
I personally don't concur with basically anything you said. So I'll start this off top. Falcons and Packers played in the regular season. Mm-hmm. My Falcons took the cake. I got broads in Atlanta. I got cousins in Atlanta. That's my fam out there. Matt Ryan, too. The last name connection, too. So I got all that going for me. Yep. Those are some obvious signs that Atlanta's going to win in my mind. But also, more rationally speaking, Green Bay Packers receiving corps is fucking just down for the count right now. Juri's not going to play. He's got broken ribs, so he doesn't want to die. So he's not playing. Geronimo Allison probably not playing. Maybe. I don't know. Randall Cobb is like the only healthy one, but even he was questionable the first round of the playoffs. So I just don't know what Aaron Rodgers can do with that receiving core. I think the Atlanta Falcons defense is good. It has improved in the second half of the season in points per game, so that's nice. I don't know. I think at home, they do have that home field advantage, and also they've shown up all year. I know in the past that Matt Ryan has, shown sometimes he'll have a game-winning drive, but then sometimes he won't show up for an entire game, and that totally could happen here. But I think it's a new team, new Matt Ryan, new season. We can't be looking at the past too much, and I just think right now, Atlanta's going to seize this moment and go to the Super Bowl.
All right, so fine. But I will say, in terms of the home field advantage, I think it's completely overrated.
In a dome, though?
I think the Dallas Cowboys played indoors, at home, lost Aaron Rodgers. I think home field advantage could be something, I guess, especially for the start of the game when you're coming out all amped up and all that stuff. But when it comes down to it, it's the players on the field. And, I don't both home teams last Sunday lost. So to me, I don't look at home field as much of a big point factor for me. Also, the Atlanta D, I don't know.
I think it's better than the Green Bay D. The Green Bay defense has given up some of the worst performances in this NFL season. Like, they've done things that are crazy. Giving up crazy yardage, mostly through the air, but a couple weird games where, like, DeMarco Murray torched them on the ground. And I think their run defense is strong, so I do think they can lock up Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman. And like you said, it's coming down to Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
It's just, I think he's going to do it, and Eli doesn't believe in it. So we'll see what actually happens, but we will tell you it's coming down to Matt Ryan. There's no other.
Is he going to stay the 2016,
right.
2017 Matt Ryan, or is he reverting back to his old Matty Ice days?
Exactly.
We will see. So I've got the Green Bay Packers in this game. JR's got the Atlanta Falcons. We'll see what happens. Moving on to the second game of Sunday, I believe at 3:30, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the New England Patriots. Why don't you set your position first?
So, you know me, I love putting my money on New England. That's just, it's a very nice way to gain more money, I would say. But also, at the same time, New England, they're not perfect because Belichick is such a good coach, because Brady's such a good quarterback. They're so experienced. They know how to win games that they necessarily shouldn't be winning. So I don't believe that they're one of the 4 best teams in the NFL. Maybe like 3 or 4, but I don't think they're 1 and 2. I think the Steelers are a better football team than them on both sides of the ball. They have way more weapons on offense. Their offensive line is getting pretty fucking good. Le'Veon Bell is the best running back in the NFL, in my opinion.
That's true.
And I like Big Ben. I think Big Ben and Tom Brady, like, there isn't too much of a drop-off in terms of confidence and experience. They both have rings. So in this game, I don't think that'll be it's not like Rodgers, Matt Ryan, where it's ring versus no ring. Like, they both have rings. Mm-hmm. But New England has home field and all that. So I understand, like, Pittsburgh is definitely the underdog. But I think Tomlin, I don't know, they seem motivated this year. They seem like they really want it. Do you think they want it? I don't know.
I think they want it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of fact of can they get it.
Right.
That's
a big,
Okay. I think Antonio Brown is an idiot. Antonio Brown, if you're watching the Juri right now, which I doubt you are, you're an idiot. You're a fantastic football player, but you're an idiot. Second of all, I'm going to start by saying Big Ben on the road is so different for me than
I agree.
at home.
Yes.
If this game was in Pittsburgh, I would feel so much different. It's so upsetting to me that Big Ben has to go into Foxborough, and it doesn't even matter what the weather is because he plays in Pittsburgh, but it's just the fact that he's not in his field, he's not in his arena. He does not play as well on the road, and that's just it's proven.
Yeah, it is.
And so it comes down. I think it really comes down to the defenses in this game, because I think whoever can create. I mean, obviously, whoever can create turnovers in every game is pretty much going to come out on top. But I really think that these two quarterbacks, like you said, have experience. They've got the skill in the sense that they've done a lot of the same things. They both have rings, and so whoever is going to make the most mistakes is going to end up losing the game. And I understand. I like Pittsburgh's defense too. I think New England's defense is underrated, and I think New England's defense tends to come up big when needed.
That's
and
true.
I think when the game, Tomlin and Belichick are different. I think Tomlin gets a team hyped up for a game, and I think Belichick is just a consistent calm in the water throughout the year. So when these big games come up, the New England defense seems to just come out of nowhere and pick off Big Ben and take it to the house or some shit like that. Like, I just feel so much more confident in New England, and Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time, in my opinion. I really don't know any other quarterback who's done what he's done with the team that he's had. So I'm taking New England in this game just based off of my confidence for the two teams. I have to take New England. I can't logically take Pittsburgh, even though I think there's a chance. I don't think that the Pittsburgh Steelers can beat.
I will ask you about Thomas this year. I mean, in your mind, like, does he look the same out there as he has in previous seasons, or does he look like a slightly worse version of Tom Brady, the one that we know and love? Like, in my opinion, I think he has regressed a little bit. He's getting up there in age, and no one beats Father Time. Father Time's undefeated. So eventually, he's not. That's like Peyton Manning. Like, Peyton Manning he went out with a ring, but it wasn't pretty. But Tom's not at that. He's not at that point.
He's not at Peyton Manning level yet.
Yeah,
he's not. I think he's still at the level where he can carry a game. He could throw 3 or 4 touchdowns. He could go for 400 yards. He's still a dynamic quarterback. I mean, these 4 teams are insane. Yeah. We've got Matt Ryan, who's having his best season of his career. We've got Aaron Rodgers, who's putting up crazy numbers. We've got Big Ben, who's just been an incredible quarterback throughout his career. And then we've got Tom Brady, who I would argue is the best quarterback of all time. Those are the 4 quarterbacks remaining right now. Yeah. There's no defensive-heavy team. There's no, like...
There's no Joe Flacco in this bitch.
There's no random quarterback. These are all dynamic quarterbacks. I would expect high-scoring games. I would expect electric offenses. I would expect some really, really incredible football being played on Sunday.
I hope so.
So, I'm taking New England. JR's taking Pittsburgh. And so... At least we don't agree on any of these picks because that would kind of be boring. So I'm going with Green Bay and New England in the Super Bowl. He's going Pittsburgh and Atlanta in the Super Bowl. So I guess we'll see what happens.
Either one of us actually. Either one of us could clinch the playoff title. Yeah. Because if we get 2 wins, that'd be 6. So
we should do this. The Super Bowl counts for 5. 5 points.
Alright.
So total, like, 5, like...
So either way.
Yeah, so, like... so then, whoever... Like, say you got Atlanta and... Yeah. If you got Atlanta and Pittsburgh, and then I picked the winner out of those 2... Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll let y'all know.
Yeah.
Who the real winner will be. But
come on, bro. Make sure to tune in next week. Make sure to watch these football games. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment below if you have any agreements or disagreements with either JR or I. And have a good weekend, I guess.
Yeah, fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump. Not my president. Going to the women's walk today. Shout out to my lovely lady Alexis. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my sister, even though she's bald. Yeah, man. Keep it 100.
Yeah. Yes.
Come back next week. See y'all later.
Ain't nothing but against the party. Like that up, why you acting like that? Oh shit. You done fucked up.